Okay, so have you ever been watching like a movie or a TV show?
Uh-huh.
And they have that like the
Yeah.
montage,
The
and it's all like
Montes.
romantic and like
Yeah.
lovey-dovey and like,
The flowers and the walks on the beach.
yeah, exactly. And you're like, wait, is this
Okay, a good
like, is it
intro.
going to end well?
Yeah.
Or is this like the calm before the storm?
Totally.
So that is kind of what we are talking about today
Okay, cool.
with this deep dive.
Okay.
And we're looking at relationships
Okay.
and specifically
All right.
like green flags and red flags.
I like it.
So like the things that tell you if this is a
Oh.
good relationship or not a good relationship.
Nice.
And we're using this document that I found.
Okay.
And it's just called like greenflags.pdf.
All right, so we're getting into like
Yeah.
the good stuff.
The good stuff and how to spot it.
Yeah.
Because it can be really subtle.
It's interesting you say that because I think a lot of times we get so caught up in the red flags.
Yeah.
You know, the big blow-ups and the arguments and the things.
Totally.
And we kind of miss those subtle,
Yeah.
quiet signs
Yeah,
that,
really good stuff.
like, that tell you that something is actually really solid and healthy.
Yeah. It's like we're looking for the fireworks.
Yes.
But actually what we need is the
slow burn.
Yeah, like the nice warm fire.
Slumbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this document really dives into that.
Cool.
And like one of the first things that it talks about is like
yeah.
someone remembering little things about you.
Oh, interesting.
And that sounds really small,
Yeah.
but that's actually a really big green flag
Huge.
because it means that they're like
They're present.
present, they're paying attention.
They're listening when you talk.
Yeah,
They're thinking about you when you're not there.
totally.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like a good memory.
Right.
It's like they care.
Exactly. They value you as a person. And they value getting to know
Yeah,
all the little things,
totally.
quirks and nuances that make you you.
Yeah, it's nice. Like I remember one time
Yeah.
I was like super stressed out about this presentation I had to do for work.
Oh, yeah.
And my partner just like out of nowhere made my favorite dinner.
Wow.
And it was so simple,
That's so sweet.
but it meant so much to me
I love that.
because it just showed that they were like paying attention.
Yeah, and that they care about what you're going through.
Totally.
Like they want to support you
Yep,
in
exactly.
a way that's meaningful to you.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing that this document talks about is like apologizing without being defensive.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Like that is
Yeah.
huge.
What does that even look like?
So like imagine someone messes up,
Yeah.
right? They do something that hurts your feelings
Oh.
instead of like making excuses or trying to justify
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they did.
Or turning it around on you.
Exactly. Or like blaming you for
Yeah.
feeling hurt.
Yeah.
They just say like, hey, I'm really sorry. I messed up. I can see how that hurt you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to do better next time.
Yeah.
Like that is a sign of someone
Emotionally mature?
who's willing to take responsibility
Yeah.
and who values the relationship more than their own ego.
Yeah. They're putting the relationship first,
Exactly.
not being right.
It's not about winning.
Yeah.
It's about understanding.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you know what this document also talks about?
What's that?
Red flags.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget about the red flags.
Yeah. And it frames them in a way
Okay.
that I thought was really interesting.
Interesting how, so,
It says that they're not just like warnings,
yeah.
but they're also like lessons.
Ooh, I like that. What do you think that means?
I think it means that red flags can teach us a lot
Okay.
about ourselves and like what we're willing to tolerate.
Yeah, like what we're putting up with that maybe we shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we might be blind to certain things
Totally.
because we really want the relationship to work.
Yeah. Or because we have this idea of
Yeah.
what the relationship should be or
Right.
what the person is like
Yeah.
that maybe isn't entirely accurate.
Yeah.
So we dismiss those red flags as
Yeah.
like, oh, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like,
They didn't mean it like that.
yeah. Or they were just in a bad mood or.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or they'll change.
Yeah.
But the document is really challenging us to see those red flags as like
As like wake up calls.
wake up calls. Yeah, like, hey,
Yeah.
pay attention. This is a pattern.
Uh-huh.
This isn't just a one-time thing.
Yeah.
This is something that's happening over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's telling you something
Totally.
about the health of the relationship.
Yeah. It's showing you like
Yeah.
the deeper incompatibility.
Yeah. Maybe this isn't the right fit
Yeah.
long term.
Yeah. Like, for example,
Okay.
say someone's like constantly making
Okay.
like dismissive comments.
Yeah.
Or they're like putting you down.
Yeah.
Even if it's like jokingly.
Right. Or they say like,
Mm.
oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But like, it still hurts.
Yeah. And it's like a pattern.
Exactly. It keeps happening.
Yeah.
and you find yourself feeling smaller,
Yeah.
less confident,
Yeah.
less worthy,
Totally.
that's a red flag. Like,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
Yeah. And we often kind of brush those things under the rug.
Yeah, we make excuses for it.
Yeah.
We try to rationalize it.
Yeah.
But deep down, it's eroding our self-worth.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you know what this document does? Something else
What's that?
that I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
It brings up the idea of forever.
Forever.
And it's like, is that even a real thing?
What do you mean?
Like, it even says
Yeah.
that forever might be a myth. And it
Ah.
uses this metaphor of fireflies.
Fireflies. Okay.
It says that some relationships are like fireflies.
Okay.
They're beautiful
Yeah.
and they're bright,
Uh-huh.
but they're fleeting.
Interesting.
They don't last forever.
Yeah, I mean, that's true of fireflies. They have
Mhm.
like a very short lifespan,
Yeah,
but they're beautiful when they're here.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's like this document is challenging this idea that
Yeah.
we have in society that
Right. Relationships are supposed to last forever.
Yeah.
No matter what.
with it, like that's
The only measure
the only measure of success.
of a successful relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe that's not true.
Right.
Like maybe some relationships are just
Meant to be for a season or a
Yeah.
chapter.
yeah.
And that doesn't make them any less
Yeah.
valuable.
Beautiful or meaningful?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they served their purpose. They
Yeah.
taught you something.
Yeah.
They helped you grow.
Yeah.
And then it's time to move on to the
Yeah.
next chapter.
And maybe that's even braver
Ooh.
than like clinging on to something that's not working.
So it's like saying it's more courageous
Yeah.
to let go
Yeah.
than to hold on when you know it's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like what's better
Okay.
to have like a short, really intense
Yeah. Yeah.
love
Yeah.
or like a really long, but kind of,
Lukewarm.
yeah, like just kind of the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, is there a right answer?
I don't know that there's a right answer. I think it depends on
Yeah.
what you value
Totally.
and what you're looking for in a relationship.
Yeah. And maybe sometimes true love
Yeah.
is knowing when to,
Walk away
Yeah.
with grace and
Yeah.
compassion.
yeah.
Yeah.
So today we've looked at these ideas of like,
Green flags and red flags.
yeah, and we've gone pretty deep.
Yeah.
I feel like we've like really,
Unpacked them.
yeah, we've unpacked them.
Yeah.
So green flags are all those,
Those subtle signs.
yeah, the little
An
things.
act of kindness.
Yeah, the respect,
The respect that
the way someone makes you feel.
Yeah, and those are the things that build a really healthy and strong relationship.
Foundation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then red flags.
Yeah.
As much as we don't like to think about them, they're
Mm.
uncomfortable. They're important
They are.
because they show us what we need
Yeah.
to be aware of.
Or our boundaries are.
Yeah, what our boundaries are and like
Yeah.
what we're willing to accept.
Yeah. What we deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this whole idea of forever,
Yeah.
like maybe we need to just like
Question that a little.
throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's not.
The be all end all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the big takeaway here is
Awareness.
awareness,
Paying attention.
paying attention to all of it,
Yeah.
the good and the bad.
Both the positive and the
Yeah.
cautionary signs.
Yeah, because all of it is like
Yeah.
telling us something. They're telling a story
Yeah.
about the relationship.
Yeah. And if we can learn to read those signs,
Yeah.
we can create.
More fulfilling, more
Yeah.
authentic,
Yeah.
more meaningful relationships,
Yeah.
whether they last a season or a lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So as you're going about your day
Yeah.
and you're interacting with people,
Mm-hmm.
just remember,
What are you noticing?
yeah, what are you noticing?
What are those subtle signs telling you?
Yeah. Are you seeing green flags?
Are you seeing red flags?
Yeah. And are you holding on to this idea of forever?
Yeah.
Maybe let go of that a little bit
Yeah.
and just focus on the,
The connection.
yeah, the connection,
Connecting
the
a lot of
growth.
dual learning.
Yeah. Because those are the things that
Yeah.
really matter.
That make a relationship worthwhile.
Totally.
Yeah.
So that is our deep dive
Cool.
into green flags and red flags.
I like that one.
Me too.
Very insightful.
I feel like we covered a lot.
We did.
I hope everyone listening got something out of it.
Me too.
I know I did.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure.
All right, everyone. Until next time.
See ya.